My best and worst purchases of 2024. Let's talk about it. I will admit, I did not make very bad decisions this year. I was actually really good with my decisions. Having said that, I don't have a lot of worst purchases. For the most part, they are going to be best purchases. And this brings me to my first and most important point of this video. The one thing that I implemented this year that I think has made the biggest difference when it comes to my purchases and the choices that I make is I have taken my time with buying things. In the past, I would just be a bit more impulsive than I was this year. I would see something, like it, analyze the brand a little bit, see if I relate to what they stand for, see if I like it, and if everything adds up, I would just buy it. And this would apply to absolutely everything. I didn't put a lot of thought into my purchases, which sometimes made me make bad decisions. If you watched last year's video, you will see I had quite a few, not a few, but like more than this year in terms of bad decisions or worst purchases. I'm gonna keep it short, I promise. I just want to tell you this last thing. The biggest game changer for me was actually creating a wish list at the beginning of the year and actually sticking to it. And you don't need to do this at the beginning of the year. It can be at any point, but just have an ongoing wish list. So what I personally did is I've created an album on my camera roll that says wish list. That includes photos of everything that I want to get. The second step is I would always ensure that whatever is on that wish list I don't already have, or I don't have something similar, or cannot be replaced by something that's already there. So this is the first rule. And the second rule is everything that is on this wish list should be of high quality in terms of value, but also in terms of brand. Because what I noticed with myself, and this can be obviously different for everyone, but what I noticed personally is that when I'm buying things from, for example, Hermès, these things tend to spend a lot more time with me versus if I'm buying something from, I don't know, like shoes from like a random brand that I think is cool now and is trending now, but really won't be trending for a very long time. And every time I have some free time, every time I'm kind of bored, I just like look on the website. And if I see something that I absolutely love on the website, I'll take a screenshot, add it to my wish list. And then the wish list grows on and grows on and grows on. And what I usually do once a month or whenever I'm bored and have a lot of free time as well, I would open up that wish list and actually do like a cleanup, because sometimes you do make impulsive decisions and you can't really help it. So whenever I have a little bit of time, I go through my wish list and I remove everything that I don't think really fits the vibe, that I don't think is such a good choice, that I don't think is going to last me a long time, etc., etc. And with time, the wish list grows bigger and bigger, and in general just becomes more accurate. Now that the lesson is over, I am going to start with some of my favorite and best purchases of this year. Not this year, last year, 2024 basically. So the first bit is this Goyard tote. I didn't get this a long time ago. I got this very recently, as some of you may know, because I posted it as part of my Paris haul. And honestly, ever since I got it, it's been the only bag that I gravitate towards. I love it because it's actually really, really big. This is not the biggest model. This I think is the medium model. There's a much smaller one. This is the medium one, and there's a much bigger one. The much bigger one I think is more of a travel bag. It's not really an everyday bag. I think the size is absolutely perfect for just everyday errands, if you're going out for a coffee, if you're going out with your friends. I just think it's the perfect tote because it marries convenience and style, and I'm absolutely obsessed with the color and I just love it. I actually also got an insert for it, which you guys can see here. So I just put it inside the bag to not ruin the shape and keep it clean. This is one of my absolute favorites. Actually, if you are looking to buy a tote for yourself and you want a tote that will last you quite a long time, that will just stay timeless and that will just look classy and elevate any outfit, this is the one that you should buy. I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, Goyard totes are over, they're not like it anymore, etc. And I could not disagree more. I really don't like when people say if a brand is overseen or overworn, then it becomes irrelevant. I completely disagree. Specifically a house like Goyard, it's one of the oldest fashion houses. It's the one with a lot of heritage. They're actually not really easy to get, these totes. I mean, you need to travel to where there's a Goyard store, which as we know, it's not everywhere in the world that you can find a Goyard store. So yeah, I just wanted to keep that little parentheses. Second thing that I'm absolutely obsessed with when it comes to purchases from 2024 is these mother of pearl Alhambra earrings. I am obsessed with them. If some of you may have noticed, I did wear these to my wedding. So these were initially my wedding earrings, and I chose these specifically because I really wanted a pair of earrings that I could just wear forever, regardless if I have a wedding, if I don't have a wedding. I love that I can style these with absolutely anything that I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a pair of jeans and a white tee and I'm wearing these, it just like the whole outfit gets very elevated. I think they're very chic, and I am just obsessed with the mother of pearl. I love the mother of pearl for everything, but I just can't get myself to get the necklace and the bracelet because I know that it's very, very sensitive. These, because they're earrings and because I'm going to probably remove them every single day, not probably, I would remove them every single day because they're huge. These I'm not really afraid of because I can just put them back in the box and nothing will happen. Because usually if I'm wearing necklaces or bracelets, I do shower in them. Like I never ever remove any of my bracelets, any of my necklaces, just because of convenience. And specifically some of my bracelets, the more I remove them, the more the log gets a bit like, I don't know how to explain it. Basically, the log gets a little bit easier to get unlocked. And I hadn't really noticed this before, but I was at the Cartier store, I think last year it was, and I was complaining about my bracelet falling off, my Justin Clou, because I had one years ago, which actually fell off and I lost. And he was like, yeah, you need to watch out with these things. They changed the lock, so that's just like a little parenthesis for you guys. The second thing that the essay told me was that the more you unlock your bracelet, the more the lock is likely to get unlocked because it just gets a bit loose. This is why I, since then, have been traumatized and I never remove any of my bracelets, specifically the really precious ones. When it comes to necklaces, obviously I switch things around, but yeah, like still, when it comes to a necklace, I don't want to be removing and adding it every day. So that's the analogy behind my decision making. This is another one of my best purchases. It's these Saint Laurent sunglasses. I showed you these again in my Paris haul. I'm absolutely obsessed with them, and I think they just make any outfit look much cooler than it is. I don't need to talk about these any more than I have in my previous video. And now we're gonna have a little skincare break from all the fashion things, and I'm gonna talk about my favorite brand for skincare, and it's Shiseido. This is not necessarily a purchase. I would send this in a PR package, but I use this every single day, like literally every single day, once in the morning and once at night. And this is the Shiseido Vital Perfection Uplifting and Firming Advanced Cream, and it looks like this, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. I first of all love the packaging. It smells heavenly. So at night I love applying it because it makes me feel very fresh when I'm just sitting in my bed getting ready to sleep. More on beauty. As you guys can probably tell, my hair grew quite a bit ever since I cut it in a very short amount of time, and I have Kerastase to thank for this. I did not get this in a PR package. I paid for this myself, and this is the Serum Extensionniste. So Serum Activateur de Cuir Chevelu, Scalp and Hair Serum. And this is basically a leave-in. This is how it looks. This is the color. And this is, as I mentioned, a leave-in. I would just put drops on my scalp in the morning, sometimes at night if I forget to put it in the morning, or just at night, depends. I would just honestly put it whenever I'd remember. And I just really honestly felt all the difference. So I really advise you guys get that if you're looking for long, luscious hair for 2025. Okay, now we're going to talk about one of my not amazing purchases. I would say it's these sunglasses from Specs. I absolutely love the shape, don't get me wrong, but I just don't gravitate towards them so much just because, I don't know, like I just feel like they're not the best quality, which makes me feel a bit iffy sometimes when I'm wearing them. Specifically when it comes to sunglasses, I think if they're not good quality, it really like portrays quite badly on the rest of your outfit. So I do sometimes wear this like when I'm just like running errands or etc., but I don't gravitate towards these as much as I thought I would. More on beauty. These lip liners from Buxom, I kid you not, if you open my vanity table, you'll actually laugh at how many I have from these and how many I finished and forgot to throw. Probably I have more than 20 total between this color and this color. This shade is in the shade Smooth Spice, and this shade is in the shade High Def Honey. And I combine these sometimes. It's not my current lip combo. I have something a bit darker right now, but when I'm on the go, these pens are absolutely amazing. I have one in every single bag because, in my opinion, they're just the perfect color. And what I specifically love about these pens is a little brush that you have on the other side, and between those two colors, you can basically come up with any shade of a nude color that you want. So I love these. Okay, now we're back to fashion items. Although we're not done with beauty, I just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of everything. When it comes to belts, I made two very, very important and good decisions this year from none other than Hermès. I have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Kelly belt in a taupe in gold hardware. And I also have this same exact belt in black. And I kid you not, these have been bringing me a lot of joy just because I know that they're quite hard to find. And I know that in terms of style, in terms of color, and in terms of thickness of the belt, this is the most wearable, basically, just because it's not too thick, it's not too thin. And I just think a Kelly belt just accentuates every outfit, and it has the power to make any outfit look very, very classy. Of course, we're going to include my beloved Chanel Classic Flap. This bag is just a dream to own and to have and to wear. It's the perfect bag. I know a lot of people don't love Chanel these days. I have always been a fan of Chanel. I don't know what it is about this brand, but it just really does hit differently. It's just, in my opinion, the absolute epitome of femininity, but also like cool femininity. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, this bag is perfect. I got it in caviar leather, gold hardware, as you can see. I got the caviar leather specifically because I thought it was much more durable than lamb. I know lamb may look a bit better, but it is so sensitive to the point where I would actually not wear the bag at all because I'd just be so scared of ruining it. So this is just a dream to hold and to wear. I love wearing it specifically because it is easy to wear, so I don't have to worry about ruining it or like, I don't know, like my nails scratching it or just, you know, anything. And obviously you can wear it as a shoulder bag and crossbody. Of course, I'm going to include the bag that probably I wore the most between October and December of last year. And it's this Bottega Veneta Andiamo clutch. This color specifically, I think everyone was obsessed with, as I am still obsessed with it. I think burgundy, in my book, burgundy is definitely a neutral color just because it goes with everything in my closet. It even goes with the brown that I'm wearing right now. I think it's really, really cool. So I'm in love with this bag. One, I love the signature Chicciato leather from Bottega, which I think is so chic and classy. They've managed to really like make an iconic thing out of this weaving technique. I love the buckle, which is in gold, which I think accentuates the burgundy color beautifully. And I love how you can just pull it and open it. And for some reason, don't ask me why, this bag actually fits so much more than you would think it would. Kid you not, by the way, I literally can fit my Canon G7X in this bag. I am not joking. Look how thin it is. Obviously, it'll be a little bit cramped, but it's worth it for the pictures. I love it so, so much. I actually love it much more than I thought I would. I want to show you a set, which I'm not able to show you properly now, so I'm just going to put a picture of when I was wearing it. And this is a set from Odd Muse, and I absolutely love the set so much. It's actually one of my favorite things in my closet right now, just because I think it's just the perfect fit. It feels beautiful on my skin. It just accentuates my curves the way I wanted to accentuate my curves, and it made me feel like a woman when I was wearing it, to be honest, which I thought was so good and excellent because I I don't really feel that all the time when I'm wearing random things. So I thought it was definitely worth it to include Odd Muse in this video because I think they deserve it. Okay, this is another thing that I did not pay for. I got it in basically the launch event of Hermès, and this is the Barenia perfume by Hermès, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. This perfume is so, 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 so good. I don't know what it is about this perfume. It's not very feminine, but it's also quite sensual. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a weird scent in all the good ways because when you smell it, like it makes you think in a way. Some perfumes, sometimes you smell them and you're like, it smells nice. But this perfume, when you smell it, you think about something. I don't know what it is. It definitely reminds me of Paris because I wore this on both of my Paris trips, which I actually love that it reminds me of Paris because it's one of my best, both Paris trips were one of my best memories for 2024. This time, also from Hermès, but it's a smaller orange box. And this box includes my Shandong rings and this newer ring that I got from Hermès that I showed you in my last video. I'm absolutely obsessed with these rings. I think for some reason they accentuate all of my outfits. They have been doing so lately. And even though they're silver, which would not have been my first choice a few years back, I actually adore that they're silver because I just think silver is so cool. Why did I not think silver was cool before? And for some reason, I'm noticing most recently that silver may match my skin color a bit more than yellow gold. So love these. This is one of the purchases that I unfortunately did not think through very well, and it's this Westman Atelier foundation, which I think is amazing. Okay, I'm not saying anything wrong about it. I think it's amazing. It's like the Hermès of foundations. I know using it is beautiful. I love that the closure is magnetic, which I think adds a little element of luxury when you're using it, but I did not anticipate it to be this thick. So I thought I could wear this during the day and during the night. But after I started using it and after I got it, I realized this is a nighttime foundation, not really for daytime. Unless you're putting a really thin layer, which for some reason on my skin tone made me feel like I looked a little bit cakey when the sun hit my face. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something wrong that I did, but that's just the feeling that I got. Mind you, I'm still wearing it because I have it, but I'm just very careful when I wear it to not layer on too much. In terms of coverage, I think it is great, but in terms of thickness, I think it doesn't really match my skin tone, my type of skin, I would say, because my type of skin needs something very, very thin to make my skin look actually nice. And if I wear anything that's thick, it won't sit right on my skin. So I don't think it's a product problem. I think it's a preference thing. And as I mentioned, I absolutely love to wear it at night, but during the daytime, it's not something that I gravitate towards. More on beauty, I have been obsessed with Rhode. I have all the shades, okay? I've tried literally all the shades, and I'm gonna tell you what my two favorites are. They are the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint in Cinnamon and in Toast. And these are the two colors. I'm sure you'd recognize them. And I kid you not, don't waste your time with anything else. This is the absolute best. The cinnamon one, I wish was just something constant that they had all the time. When I found it in stock, I literally bought 5 without thinking twice. And I live in Dubai, right? So I can't buy it from the Rhode website. I have to buy it from a reseller at probably 2 or 3 times the price. So imagine how much I paid to get my hands on the cinnamon tint. For Toast, it was actually a pleasant surprise because I didn't think I would like it so much. Actually, Toast for me, I'm not gonna say beats Cinnamon because Cinnamon is still my favorite, but it's a very, very close second. So if you were to get anything from Rhode, I would advise you to get these two colors, specifically if you have a skin tone that's similar to mine. And of course, last but not least, I will surely include my Hermès Constance bag in the size 24, Epsom leather, palladium hardware in this beautiful green color. I absolutely love this bag. I love the color, I love the size, I love the shape, I love how versatile it is. You can wear it on your shoulders or as a crossbody, as I mentioned. It's just one of the biggest wins for me in 2024 is getting this bag from the store, not from a reseller, because it just goes against my beliefs to buy these bags from a reseller because why would I? I don't know. I might change my mind in a couple of years, but as of now, I am very happy to work my way up with Hermès and to build my purchase history and to work with essays that I love and just develop my relationship with the brand a little bit more. So that's what I've been loving to do this past year, and that's what I'm going to continue doing into 2025. So this bag is definitely just, for me, a reminder of what I was able to achieve in 2024, because I did achieve a lot according to my goals list that I just recently saw from last year. This was my best and worst purchases video of this year. I might do a part 2 as things come along, but as I was preparing for this video today, basically, this is everything that I thought was worth mentioning. As always, if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye!